We are working on Just Between Friends, otherwise known as JBF, and we could not find the card stock. My son said he thinks we're out, so we're printing it off on white paper, and right now we're working on the ones that Hannah's selling, my daughter. And the thing is, these are, you put them on with a tag gun, and the concern would be that these tags would pull off with just regular blank paper like we've used. So there is a off the truck store, I guess like Amazon pallets, surplus stuff that the store has for sale, and they had a bunch of these massive rolls of tape. And I've used a bunch off this roll, and it's still this big for $5 a piece. I initially bought one and then ended up going back and buying two more. And so it has just helped us in many ways. And I had the thought that why didn't we just put strips of tape on the back to give these security? So we're just kind of, I guess, being resourceful or ad-libbing, and we're going to get going on labeling these items. I think I'm gonna like this one. All right, this is some of the finished products on the tags. I just got home, and my husband's made it home from school while my daughter and I were gone, and he's out painting. This was on his list of things he wanted to do all summer, and he just didn't get the chance, so he's going to get out here in the over 100-degree weather and try to do it. It's a hard-working fella.
We bought this at a thrift store.
No, went to this one when Josh fired.
So this is the stroller that we got at the Goodwill bins in Indianapolis. The front head thing has gotten flipped backwards, but we'll fix it. So she's found little drink holders for both of them. It's really a nice double stroller with big storage area behind. Is that top part for like baby wipes or snaps? Huh.
I don't know.
Maybe we can figure it
for
for snacks or baby wipes. Oh, or phone. Yeah.
Have to keep up with it.
Here, fix that front little visor thing.
I didn't even notice.
I sure fixed it that way.
Oh.
Maybe it's reversible. I don't know.
It looks, I mean, may as well be if it's stuck back on there. How do I see it?
Yeah, that's nice. And I've got this airplane to take. And somewhere in there I've got a little Thomas Train thing. And a swing I got at a garage sale that we're about to put together and make sure it works. Bunch of clothes. You're a good helper, Asher. Thank the Lord for my son Daniel. But Hannah's got two strollers. One we found at a garage sale, and one we got at the Indiana Goodwill bins. And then there's some other odd and end things back there. And I've got 2 boxes of books, and I've got some toys and such back there. And then there's many more hang-up clothes than it may appear. Many, many, many. And there's an airplane that I got at a thrift store in Texas. A radio flyer, real neat thing for kids to ride on, that I got at the Indiana Goodwill bins. Any of the clothing that I have, which I didn't have a lot of clothing, it's kind of there on the top, I got for free when you'll see it in my Duncan video, where the end of the day garage sale, someone was just giving everything away, and I came home, I washed the things and such, because it had been raining. And then my daughter has many, many clothes, and you'll find those on the rural Oklahoma garage sale YouTube video, where she discovered a Fill-A-Bag and got some really great things. And then there's a few things that her son has outgrown. So we are about to head down to Allen, Texas to drop our stuff off for Just Between Friends. And My youngest son has so graciously driving us in his truck, and he has loaded a whole bunch of stuff. He's been such a help, and my daughter has helped me too with tagging. She's a tagging machine. She gets things tagged a lot quicker than I do, so I did tag, but she was much faster than me. So we're about to hit the road, and we've had a very busy morning, and we haven't had breakfast yet, so we're going to stop and grab something on the way. And I've also sold a book that I'm out of the right size of envelope, so I just grabbed the book, printed a label, and got some tissue paper, and I will deal with it on the way. This is the book that I sold. I believe I sold it for $13. It was another one of those free library books, and it's a hardcover with dust jacket, and I showed it in one of my other YouTube videos, but it is going to New York. Let me see, what was the name of the town? I don't want to show the guys personal information. Fairport, New York. And we are off on the road. There's our strollers. This one double stroller is nice. We've got a baby bathtub up here. Lots and lots and lots of clothes. We're here and have carried our stuff in, and now Daniel's got to go park because he can't stay there. But Hannah and I are about to go check in, and then we'll put all of our stuff on the floor.
So big in here, and they have room for more stuff if they have more drop-offs.
That's not a bad idea. Kind of cute in a weird way. I mean, I kind of like it. My husband could make that easy. Daniel's putting up my books. Oh man, you can get your steps in this big place. Y'all, I truly do not know what I'd do without my kids. My lower back has started hurting so bad, and I'm just tuckered out, and I have come to sit in the lobby of the Marriott where this sale is, and I've helped all I could and helped put a bunch of stuff out, but my young adult son and daughter are finishing up, which a lot of the stuff is my young daughter's. She has more stuff than I have, way more, but still, I don't know what I'd do without my kids. But anyway, I'm thankful and excited now. And the thing about Just Between Friends, the hard work is making sure everything is clean and labeled and delivered and put on the floor, and then you just get to watch on the computer and see what sells, and then you get a check later. So I'm excited. I didn't personally have any big items much this time, but my daughter did, and I'm excited. I know she'll do well with her sales. She always does. She just has that knack of picking the right things and pricing them just the right price, and I'm really proud of her. I'm proud of all my kids. My husband and I are blessed that all 5 of our children are now in their 20s, ages 20 to 29, and every one of them are kind and helpful, hardworking, respectful, responsible, fun to be around, and I just really am blessed and thankful. I forgot to film on our way, so I'm filming as we're leaving the Marriott of Allen, Texas. Allen is a suburb of Dallas.
Oh, Hannah, look.
And this sale is considered the
right here, look at this
Allen.
truck, Mom.
Oh, cool. The Allen, McKinney, Frisco sale, which are all suburbs of Dallas, Texas. Now, we generally do the Denison, Texas sale, and we also in the spring did the Mesquite, Texas sale, which is a suburb in southwest of Dallas, and that one did great. And I expect this one to also. There's just, when you're close, in a city area like this, there's more shoppers, and potentially more people that can afford to buy a lot of stuff too. We are on Buc-ee's, coming onto Buc-ee's Boulevard, Melissa, Texas.
showed the new Taco Casa too.
Yeah, and they have a Taco Casa now by Buc-ee's. My daughter-in-law, Melissa, in particular. Oh, my daughter-in-law, Melissa, and we're in Melissa. She really likes Taco Casa. Well, we all do. I'm always amazed at how many gas pumps there are at Buc-ee's. And something you'll notice is there are no trucks. You don't, this isn't a place for trucks to stop. I guess there's no place really for them to fuel up.
I think they're banned.
Oh, yeah,
Look
there's
at
a
the sign.
Daniel
Look.
says they're banned.
No semis.
Oh, no semis. There you go. That's really odd, isn't it?
Yeah, that is weird.
But you know what? Whatever their business model is,
Wow, look,
it's
probably 100
working.
Cars here.
I guess they didn't want it to be thought of like a truck stop. They wanted
Yeah.
it to be, you know.
Wow, they're busy.
Even on a midweek day, there looks like they're hopping. Lots of cars. Not as crowded as it is sometimes, though. What'd you get us?
There you go.
Oh, thank you, babe.
Diet Dr. Pepper. And the bone request.
What is it? What is it?
Buc-ee's brand
I asked them if
Cheetos
they had Buc-ee's Cheetos, and they did.
and sweet potatoes.
Ooh, that looks good. Y'all like those. Let me see your sweet potato things.
I think they're up there. They're by your elbow.
Uglies kettle potato chips, sweet potato chips.
Added more cream this time so it wouldn't burn my mouth.
Drinking Buc-ee's coffee and the what is it today? 104 or
92 according to
oh,
that.
it feels hotter than that.
It's been a lot harder. It was usually on the concrete it's like 100 and, well, not in this time of day, but like later on in the days. I got in the truck probably about 5 or 6 o'clock the other night. It was 111 in the
So
truck.
we're past the maybe 100-degree days then.
Maybe not.
What's neat, Hannah?
I saw whenever I was at Opera House Coffee Shop, a lady was there taking a photo shoot of a book that I assumed she'd written, a little kid's book. And I just saw it posted on Facebook. That was her book. She was advertising for. And she came and like borrowed the chair that was beside me for the photo shoot.
We'll have to. I'll
It's
have to
called,
look.
it's called Finish Your Race, and it's like a Christian kids book.
Finish Your Race, a Christian kids book by a local author, and Hannah Sarr. Was she selling them that day?
No, she was just taking a photo shoot at Opera House.
Okay, well maybe we can find it and order it.
Well, here's the post. So.
Oh, okay, well then we will. On the road again. Oh, that's pretty magnolia trees. So my son's got a gift card to Olive Garden, so we're just reaping the benefits of his truck and his energy and his gift card.
Do you want to get out of here?
We love the Olive Garden all you can eat soup and salad. Thank you, Daniel, for the use of your gift card. And our soup that we usually get is the gnocchi soup.
Chicken gnocchi.
Chicken gnocchi. And she'll bring it here in just 1 minute. I love how the waitress comes out and grates Parmesan cheese for us.
Well, any other time I've
Here's your
gotten
soup.
You can get, if you want a refill, they'll let you try a different kind.
Mm-hmm.
Just an FYI if you decide to try it.
Well, this is the one I've never gotten.
I think I've tried 2 or 3 of them, and this is the best in my opinion.
I made a happy plate But maybe because I had eaten those Buc-ee's Cheetos, I did not have room for seconds like these two did.
I'm on bowl number 15. What are you talking about?
I always have room for seconds.
And my pregnant daughter said for us to bring her home some breadsticks. So we will be doing that. And we're going to take the rest of this salad too. We have been slowly going through these encyclopedia of collectibles. And today it's fitting, considering we've been doing the Just Between Friends and took so many clothing, that the topic today that we're going to do is clothing. And right off, I can tell that that is from the colonial era. It makes me think of the Revolutionary War. And partly the reason I would know that is because of watching the Felicity American Girl movie with my daughters. But it's interesting when you look at this, you notice the intricate bows there, and it makes me think of the porcelain figurine that I showed you guys a couple of videos ago. If you have not seen that, you ought to go back and see it. And I share about this treasured figurine that I have and how I became the owner of it as a teenager. Of course, it's very old, but since I posted that video, my daughter did a little bit more research and found this figurine online, and which I knew that it was, you know, probably something really special just based on way back then the antique dealer that I was bidding against was interested in it. But it ends up, it is German porcelain, and it was made in Munich. My daughter found one just like it listed for sale for $600, and then based on that information that she had found, I was able to find another one that was listed for $750. Now that is listed for sale. I need to do some more research and find some that have sold, and that's where I could get more of an idea of the value. But like I said, this is a special to me, and so I'm not really looking to sell it right now. So back to this, what I was talking about, the bows. This was one of the things that I had pointed out on the video of this statue, of how intricate the bows are on this. And this, look at the sleeves on this compared to the sleeves here. This is still needing some intricate dusting, as you can see. But anyway, I found that fascinating. I just think these clothes are just lovely. And you know, so much of it was hand sewn is the thing. It goes on and tells about different clothes through the centuries. This is silk, and it's French, and this is also from the 1700s. This is also from the late 1700s. English, in the so-called English style, it says. And here's some different things. I found this interesting about these shoes. It says, like many old shoes, this 18th century English pair has silk uppers. They were shaped identically, and each could be worn on either foot. That's interesting. And then here it talks about the technique, and it's of these two silks, and shows changes, whereas this one would have been about in 1935, and in 1950 it started being like this. And these had to do with, this was a regular old loom on this one, and this was when, you know, more machinery was made. Where it could be done faster. Machine loomed versions. But that fabric right there, which I think is so pretty, is the fabric on that colonial dress. And then this refers to these as drawers. And I found that it kind of entered my mind when we say chest of drawers. I realize this is probably what it's referring to. The chest where you kept your drawers. Well, these are pretty. 1825 England, a silk ball gown. Then this one, it says, is an American V neckline from about 1845, and such a dress was worn over several layers of petticoats. 1850s in America. 19th century waistcoat, which to me is what we would call a vest today. Now, this is interesting. Listen to this. The classic Paisley wool shawl was woven around 1850 in Paisley, Scotland, whence it got its name. But the motive is actually of Indian origin. That. This is a woman's riding jacket made around 1880 in the United States. It's tailored in military fashion, but with flared tails to accommodate a small bustle. Then this conservative silk twill dress was worn for Sunday best in Wyoming in the 1870s. Feels like the color even, is to be, for to not be flashy or things. It tells more about the bodice of it, and that it was machine made except for the ruffles. Now this one to me is the one that I like, and it's the first one I see that it looks like it might actually be comfortable. It says the American day dress was fashionable in the early 1890s. The peculiar shape of the sleeves widening toward puffed shoulders. Lost my place. Provides the key to dating it. The printed muslin fabric, somewhat subdued for the gay 90s, was lightweight, suggesting that it was a summer dress. Then this one, it's also American, turn-of-the-century day dress, originally worn by an admiral's wife in California, has a contrasting top and skirt. The bodice is black, silk gauze with a border of jet beading. The skirt is brocaded silk, and its high neckline was in fashion for daytime wear from 1875 to 1910. Says this is an American mauve silk day dress, displays the fullness. I'm trying to read through the phone. Let me just look here. An American mauve silk day dress displays the fullness over the bust found in styles worn around 1910. Typically, the style uses few stays but relies on corsets, to give the wearer the popular S silhouette. Black silk banding and lace complete the neckline and sleeves. And then this, it says it is embroidered silk coat made in Peking, and it's got a European cut, and the panels of older Chinese embroidery and rabbit for trim, 1928. That's interesting. There's more shoes. Then here it lists museums that these items can be found, and collector organizations, and also books. And I think that was it. Yep. And so next, what did I do with my piece of paper with my notes on it? Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. So I was going to share, we went to the Just Between Friends stuff to drop that all off yesterday, and it's the next morning. And since then, I've sold 2 more items. First, I sold this Dana Girls book, and the Dana Girls books were written by Carolyn Keene, who, of course, is more famous for writing the Nancy Drew books. And you guys may remember this book. I shared it in one of my Indianapolis videos. We got this at the Goodwill bins in Indianapolis, and I just sold it to someone in Fort Wayne, Indiana, of all things, because I bought this in Indiana. Sold it for $13. And it seems like ever since I went to Indiana, and also maybe just even since my sister moved there, maybe I noticed things from Indiana more, but it feels like I've sold several things to Indiana. And then the next book I sold is from the 1940s, and it is from the Roger Baxter Mystery Series, and it's called The Secret of Bald Head Mountain. This book was another one of those books that was given to me for free. It's a former library book, and it's sold for $40 plus shipping to someone in Yarmouth, Maine. And the interesting thing about this is I looked it up, and this it's just kind of a boys mystery series, but there were only 3 books in the series. And then the authors went on to, let's see, what was the author's names? I just am blank. Can't find the author's names at this second. Well, it's the authors of the Ken Holt books, which I've had some of those before, but they wrote these books first. And there was only 3 books in the series, and this is the number 2 book, and it said these books are hard to come by and are sought after, but that this title is the most commonly found. But anyway, so in my opinion, if you find any of these Roger Baxter mysteries, those would be considered a bolo. Be on the outlook for, because if this is the most common one and I sold it for $40 plus shipping, the other 2 would be worth even more than that. And so yesterday, we went and dropped everything off at, for Just Between Friends, and you guys have just watched some of the footage from that. But I didn't show you everything. One of the things that I didn't show you is at Buc-ee's. You can kind of in the background see my son. He got a blanket out of the back end and was doing a little soaking up. That great Dr. Pepper that he bought me, I knocked it over and a part of it spilled into his floorboard. And he tries to keep his truck so nice. The good news was that it was thankfully Diet Dr. Pepper and not a real one, or it would have been such a sticky mess in his truck. And then also, you're about to see, we went to a thrift store afterward. My husband and I had been to this thrift store just one time. It was a Salvation Army, but my kids have never been there. And so we were going to go, and it's not shown on the footage, but we had, leading up to that, been arguing with the GPS and arguing with each other for probably 10 minutes trying to find this store in the old downtown part. And you'll see just the little end of that, of what we discover when we get there. And then I'm going to share, so the JBF sale was at the Marriott in Allen, which was a big, very nice, in my opinion, I would call it a luxury hotel. It was very nice, and it was the sale. It's taking place right now, and I'm going to post this video today on Thursday. What is today? Let me think about 18, 19, 20, the 22nd, and this sale goes on through Saturday in Allen, Texas. So if you are someone who is looking for children's and baby clothing, toys, accessories, books, or maternity clothes, it would be worth your time to go to that sale. It is at the Marriott in Allen, and I'm sure you can look up the information and find the address. There was so many great things you saw in some of the videos. And the thing about it, like I said in one of those videos, is you can now, all we get to do is watch online, and already last night they were just open from 4 to 8 to limited guests. It was not open to the public, and Hannah and I had already sold 8 items, and they're going to be open all day long today up into the evening, I think maybe till 8 tonight, all day tomorrow, and all day Saturday. So I expect a lot of our stuff will sell, and it's going to be fun to just check on the computer as the days go by and see what we've sold. But the sale was in the convention room, they called it a convention center, I think. But anyway, so we had to pull up to the loading area at the back and unload. And then Daniel went and parked in the parking garage. And then he came back through the hotel to get back there to us where we were getting things put out on the floor. And he took some cool photos of the pool and such, and some photos of Hannah and I as he walked back in that we didn't realize he was taking. But I'll share those photos at the end also. So here, with no further ado, here's the video of us looking for the Salvation Army and the photos that Daniel shared. You guys have a great Thursday, and forward, if you're watching this on a different day, have a great day.
At the light, turn left onto West Houston Street, then your destination will be on the left.
It's Houston, not Houston.
I've never heard it pronounced Houston. I don't know why. I mean, there's no other way that would be pronounced than Houston.
Is it even open at this time?
Your destination is on the left.
They're closed after all that.
Oh, Mom, they're no longer in business. Did you see it was emptied out?